Joe, you're the LinkedIn expert, and I've never heard a categorical answer to this question, but how often should you post? I know some people who say, they post once a week. Some people say they post once a day. Some people say they post half a dozen times a day. What's the answer?
Well, there is no one size fits all, but you want to start as you can go on. So I've worked with clients who have decided they want to post daily, but then they get busy. And then they've got to find time to create the content, schedule the content, and now it becomes a chore, and they drop the ball. So, what's more important is that consistency. And with LinkedIn, I'm not sure if you've noticed this in your own feed, not everything is fresh. You might see stuff from 3 days ago, 7 days ago, 2 weeks ago. So what's more important is being of service to your audience and creating quality content that's engaging. So rather than sharing, a daily post that you've scrambled to put together in a hurry, and it might be more likely to be promotional or just lower value, it's better to go into, I'll go into a strategy that Gary Vee teaches. So he talks about a $1.20 strategy. He's had this around for a long time. It was referring to Instagram, and he talks about it with LinkedIn. So what he means is you should add, this is about engagement though, add 2 cents to 90 conversations a day, which gives you, what's 90 times 2 cents? $1.80. So there's your $1.80 strategy. Now, what I always say, this is purely about engagement, but it relates to content. I always say that's too much because no one's got that amount of time, do they? 90 conversations a day.
No.
But 9 conversations a day you could probably do. Or 9 conversations in between the next time you post. So if you do 9, but rather than adding your 2 cents, add your 20 cents, go deeper. So go a bit more in depth. Now, when it comes to posting, apply the same sort of principle. So rather than just adding a 2 cent conversation, so, something about meetings, and it might just be a quick fact or a link to something, go deeper because you want to get people thinking so that they engage. And when they engage with your content, they're spreading it to their network. Because if I share a post, you see it, you comment on it, first it's got to grab attention, and it's got to stop them from scrolling, capture their attention, so you can do that visually and with a text. And then you want to engage them by asking a question. And then when that person engages, it falls into the home feed of their connections potentially, all algorithm delivered. So if your connections see that you've commented on my update, they might join the conversation, spreading it to their network. But that won't happen if you over-posting. And firstly, if you post more than once a day, LinkedIn, well, they don't say this definitely, but they don't reward content. It needs time to breathe. So you're better off posting, maybe 2 or 3 high-quality posts per week rather than every day.
Oh, right.
That's my best advice. But if that even sounds like a lot, do 1 post a week or 1 post a fortnight, but try and maintain a consistency. But don't go in for once a day if you're not doing anything, because it's going to be hard to maintain that when you get busy.
Okay, thanks, Joe.